Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So this is the FYNE Art Beauty, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right. FYNE or FYNE Art Beauty eyeshadow palettes. Now their eyeshadow palettes, I know it's super bright, are usually a lot bigger, but I found this on TikTok on a deal, and I generally like to get something a little bit smaller so I can kind of test it out. So I'm just going to show you. Look at the packaging, guys. Very beautiful packaging, and I'm just going to show you. You get a mirror, but I won't blind you. Now it says it's the face and eye. So face and eye is what it says palette. I guess you could use this as an eye primer maybe, and this could be like a highlight. But we're going to do a beautiful look today, because this is very sort of coming into autumn, Christmas, dare I say Christmas, kind of party vibes there as well. So let's get to it. My skincare is done. I'm going to go in with a Rimmel, so I've rotated all my makeup this week. The primer I'm going in with this week is the Fix and Perfect primer from Rimmel, very readily available in Superdrug, Boots, online as well, Amazon, Sephora. It's the 5-in-1 primer, so it's very good. It's like a really good base. It smooths, I'll tell you what it does, smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies and protects. Now I have my SPF on already, so we are going to pop this on. It comes out in like a cream consistency. So we're just going to show you here, so at least you can see, and it's very moisturizing. So if you suffer from dry skin, it's one of those perfect ones to get. Now the foundation today I'm using is going to be the Revolution Skin Serum, so it doesn't have an SPF. My SPF, as I said before, is already under will be under my foundation. Really nice application, guys, really smooth, very hydrating. Okay. I think the FYNE eyeshadow palettes gave me like a Charlotte Tilbury vibe. You'll find them on TikTok. So we're just gonna show you up close again what that looks like. There you go, beautiful colors, guys. Really stunning colors there. And this one here, guys, let's just do a quick swatch. Look at that. Now it does say, as I said before, face and eye, so I guess this could be a highlight, and this could be like a primer for your eyes, but very kind of beautiful, kind of Christmassy colors, I think, but also nice autumnal as well. So primer's on. This is what I'm working with today. It's the Revolution Skin Silk. You can see it's reused a lot, and this is in F5. It's the Luminous Serum Foundation. So again, anything with serum, you're going to see or feel a lot of kind of skincare going into that as well. I've got my water here too, guys, because I'm really trying to hydrate. Okay, so it's a pump as well, so you don't get any waste either, and that's what that looks like there. F5. I got color matched in Superdrug with this, so we're just going to, and if I need to pop my hair up, I will. You can see I'm still suffering with a little bit of redness. But again, something serum-like when you've got really dry skin is good, because it's just adding some moisture into your skin rather than makeup drying out your skin. I'm going to go in then with the Real Techniques foundation brush, and we're just going to bring that around. And you can see, guys, it doesn't change the colour of my skin. If you look over this side, it just colour corrects, which is really nice, and it adds like a smoothness to it. And that's because it's got that serum in it as well. Again, I will say it doesn't have SPF. Okay, and I am using a brow pencil today, because I think the Eyelure, which I will pop up here, has kind of started to fade away, which is right. It's about the 6th week now, the 6th week at least I've had it on. So as you can see, guys, it just gives a really nice texture to the skin as well. It doesn't dry, it's not patchy, and it definitely adds like that dewy kind of look as well. So then what I'm going to do is just show you the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. So all my makeup has been rotated this week, guys, because I'm trying to kind of use what I have and not get so stuck into one product without kind of forgetting the other things as well. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It does come in normal, but mine is the hydrating one for dry skin. And just going to put it where I need it. But the packaging, the quality of the eyeshadow, guys, is just beautiful. They do have their own website, FYNE. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. Go check out the Instagram and hear somebody else talk about it, and maybe it's FYNE, I don't know, but FYNE. But beautiful packaging as well, gorgeous packaging. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start the blending process with my finger so it doesn't dry out too much. And also it'll be easier in the blending process under the eyes then. You're not going to be disturbing the skin under the eyes too much. But who watched, guys, I'm a Celebrity last night? Ruby Wax. Oh my gosh, she's a character. Ruby Wax. The guy Ginger, guys, I had never heard of him before. Maybe I've been, I don't know, in hibernation. I don't know, but I've never heard of the character Ginger before. I don't know who he is, but obviously he's a celebrity. But let me know if you've watched I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. I'm not really into it, but this year I've gotten really into it. Kelly Brook is in there as well. Okay. I think you have to be pretty brave to go on to something like that. Okay. So you can see it's just kind of given kind of the highlighted. It's kind of given more of a restful look under the eyes as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just set everything, and again I'll be sticking with the same products when I'm setting. This is the Collections Mattifying SPF 20 Vitamin E Enriched setting powder, and the great thing is, even though it looks quite white, I know, it doesn't take any colour off. And before that, actually guys, before I do any of that, I was going to switch up from the Makeup by Mario and use the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters, because I wanted to, okay, I remembered that one. I wanted it to kind of give a nice highlight look today. This is in Fair. So basically it's the Better Than Filters Multitasker Primer Highlighter Glow Booster. I'm going to be using it as a glow booster today. If you've very, very good skin, you could probably get away with it as a foundation. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the same brush. So that's the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters. Okay, and that was in Fair. I probably could have got away with the medium, but that one was bought online. So it's the thing with online, guys, you generally don't tend to really see the true colour until you get it. So, okay, so you can see that's really giving a glow and a highlight. So what we're going to do now, while that sets in, is find my Big Bertha brush, which is from DJS Beauty, who are a company in America. They're very, very good company. It's a foundation, eyeshadow, everything. I have a lip. I think I've got a lipstick from them that I reviewed as well. So this is the Big Bertha brush from them. It's probably one of the biggest brushes I have. And we're going to go in with that powder. I'm going to go very gently because I only want to set the T-zone very lightly. I don't want to take away from what we've done. We're just going to dot that on the nose, anywhere that I really feel. For me, guys, the T-zone is where my makeup starts to come off. Okay. And you can see it's not, even though it's quite white, it's not taking away from anything that we did. And we are going to go in then just with the Revolution pink baking powder as well under the eyes. Okay, you don't need a lot, guys, and it does keep your makeup on for a long time. Okay, so we're now going to go in with the, always make sure I've got my little triangle puff ready, then we'll take a drink. But guys, I just think it's a really durable palette, travel wise too. It's got really good packaging as well, so you can pop it in your handbag or wherever you're going. And I just think it's one of those palettes that I had to review. I haven't got it on my videos, I think, from last year, but I was going through my eyeshadow palettes and I thought it's a really good time of year to do a video on it, because fall and Christmas, it's a perfect kind of color for that. Okay, so I've just popped some into the little container here, and I'm just going to use my puff there, and we're just going to bring that under the eyes. And it just sets everything we've done. And just down the nose area. And then the T-zone. And I think it just gives that just kind of complete look. It completes everything. Now they come in Banana and Banana Light. This is the Rose baking powder. Now, I know a lot of people keep it on there for quite a while. I've never needed to do that, but I know that is what some people do. Okay. Okay. I'm just wondering if we should tie up the hair, maybe. But yes, I just tie the hair up for now. See how it goes. Okay, right, so that's that, guys. And again, it comes in banana, banana light, and rose, and that's what that is there. Now what I'm going to do is go in with my bronzer, which is the Huda Beauty Glowish. I have rotated everything because it's needed. It's absolutely needed. And I've had this for a while. As I said before, it's really important to rotate your makeup so that you don't forget what you have and go out and buy more, which is easily done. This is in 03 Tan Light Soft Radiance. And I've had it for a while, guys, and I need to kind of keep rotating the bronzers because they tend to stick then to certain bronzers that I'm used to kind of using. And that's what it looks like, kind of a marble effect, very similar to the Laura Geller. So what we're going to do is just get my Real Techniques contour brush, swirl that around, and we're going to bring that right up to the hairline. It's very rich brown. And again, if you want to buff anything out, just use a blender brush afterwards. And then I will pop up, as we're talking, guys, the Revolution November subscribers giveaway 24 days of Christmas advent calendar. I'll pop up the video here so you can see how to enter. I want to say thank you to the subscribers for supporting me, and when I get to 1,000, whenever that happens, hopefully before the end of the year, I do have another giveaway as well. But this is for the current subscribers, just to say thank you so much for supporting me. Okay, so you can see, guys, it just gives that nice kind of fluid, doesn't look too harsh. And again, I think a lot of it has to do as well with the quality of the Real Technique brushes. The Real Techniques, they're really, really good. When they came out first, they were super, very super affordable. Or no, sorry, expensive. And now they've gone really, really affordable. So that's it, guys. So you can see, I don't think I need to blend that out. You might feel, I don't, if I show you just what you could do, for me, I don't think it's needed, but I will just show you guys. You just get a bigger blender brush, basically. The one I've been using is fine. And you just buff it out with anything, really. Anything that you feel is too dark, that's what you could do. But I felt that was okay, but just to show you. Now, a blush I haven't touched, guys, that I did a video on, that I will pop up here too, and I've ignored it, and I shouldn't have. It's a very berry-licious one. I call it berry-licious. This is the High Pigment Blush from Primark. It's the, what's it called? Not berry-licious. Gosh, it has a name. Sangria. I'll open for you now. I was obsessed with this when I first got it, and I need to start using it again. Look at that color, really gorgeous. So we're going to go in with the berries today. Last night on my live was like the very terracotta look, wasn't it? Today we are going in with Berrylicious, and this doesn't want to stay. Okay, that's what it looks like. Let's do a quick swatch. Look at that, guys. So we're going to be super careful because, as you can see, it's super pigmented. We're going to go really careful here. Start to bring that up the cheek bone as well. As you can see there, guys, it gives a bit of a highlight as well. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. And then what you can do again is I'll just go in and buff that out, just to get it, really just to take the harshness away, not so much the tone, just the harshness of when it's been blended in. Similarly to an eyeshadow, if you want to soften it up, is probably the best way to put it. But look at that. Now you could go super deep if you wanted to, but that for me is amazing. We might use what's remaining on the brush and see how we go with that bit. And if we need to, we'll then, yeah, see how much is remaining, guys? Look at that. Gorgeous blush, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. I was rotating everything. I knew I had to do it because I could see myself favoring certain things. I'm such a child sometimes. If I get something new, I'm obsessed with it for so long. But I have to remember what I have to keep rotating things. So what you can do then is just kind of soften that out and use your blender brush if you want to, like that. And then you see, you just get a nice kind of look there. Okay, we're almost there for the eyeshadow, guys. Almost there. I am going to use my Profusion Pigment Base. I always say you do not need concealer is perfectly fine. I just like this one. It's the Profusion Shadow Primer Pigment Base for your eyes. You don't need to use this, guys, but I certainly, when I was a freelance makeup artist, used to use concealer on brides if I didn't have the primer, and that worked just as well. So we're just going to show you it. You can get it in concealer. This is in white. I just like to see what I have here, and that's what it's like there. I know it was a little bit messy, so, but that's kind of what you're looking at with the bronzer and the blush. You could go a lot lighter with the blush if you like, but I think it really suits the kind of look. Okay, so we're about to just pop that on. Now you can use a brush. Some people ask me, how do I apply this on my lives? And they see that I can either use a brush, I use my fingers for it, because it's just the warmth of your fingers will really just help spread that around. Now I know it looks super, super white, but you'll find, guys, in a couple of moments it will start to kind of go to my skin color and kind of calm down. But it's amazing. I would say, guys, it keeps your makeup on for 8 to 9 hours. Somebody asked me last night on my live, is it okay to leave your makeup on overnight? I would say no, guys, and only because no matter what age you are, it's gonna damage your skin, you know. And say you're not gonna, I know this doesn't even sound related, but say that you don't change your bed linen every 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know what you do. I do it every week, but so everyone's different. So if you don't think about what's on your pillow, what's on your pillow at night is going to affect your skin too. So if you're not, you know, taking off your makeup at night, and you don't wash your bed linen doesn't get washed, you know, regularly, all of that, take that into account with skincare too, because it affects your face. So absolutely, guys, take your makeup off overnight, every night, and just, you know, regular things you wouldn't even think about for skincare, like think about regularly, you know, changing your bed linen makes a huge difference, guys, for your skin to be able to just kind of calm down in between those times that you're not wearing makeup. That's what I would say. So today is the first time that I'm going to be using a brow product, and we'll do it after the eyes, but I wanted to show you it's the Revolution Makeup, and it's just their brow pen and brush. So we're going to be doing that today, but we're going to have a look at these colors first. I'm going to pop on my eyeshadow in a moment. I like to give it time to get tacky. Okay. Okay, let's have a look, guys. Now again, it does come with a mirror, so this is what we're looking at here. So what I'm going to do, guys, is go in with this kind of in between cool to medium toned brown, and we're going to start to kind of cut the crease with that. What we might do is actually start from one to the other, so we're giving all the colors a chance. So what we'll do is we'll go in with this, then focus on the outer one with this, line the actual front of the eye with this, and then go in with this. So we'll have like a process of what we're doing, so we're not just going in blindly. But look at the colors, guys. Now, as I said before, they do much bigger palettes, but I wanted to try this out. Really, really good. Have a look on TikTok, FYNE or FYNE, F-Y-N-E. Okay, let's have a look at my blender brush from e.l.f. There we go. It's one of my favorite brushes, and we're just going to go in with, start off with this one first, and we'll move our way along. And we're just going to take a look. I go slightly above the crease because I have slightly hooded eyes. Look how light that is, but look how dark it comes out on the eye. So just be careful of that too. Start off really gentle, really, really gentle. You can see, guys, that even this is quite deep and dark, and it'll probably come out in photos too. So what I'm going to do is just clean up those edges with a separate brush. Just around the edges, soften those edges a bit. As you can see there, we're getting a little bit more of a kind of complete look. When it came on, it was very, very heavy. So we're going to use what's remaining on this brush on the other side, and then if we need to go back in, we will. But keep in mind, this is what you get with this color. So it looks a lot lighter, but when it goes on, it's quite rich, a rich color. So there was a little bit left, but we are going to go in again. Take it slow. You can see what you get there, guys. And again, we're going to soften up those edges with the brush we just used again. Just softening up those edges, guys. So you can see what you get there, guys. You get a really good warm to cool toned brown. I'd say it's in the middle. Now I go slightly above the crease, obviously, because my eyes are slightly hooded, not completely, but I do have slightly hooded eyes, so that's why I've gone a little bit deeper, kind of above the crease. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go with the second brown. What I'm going to do is use my finger, guys, and you've seen me do these on lives, with a deeper color on the edge, and then you can use your sorry, my voice is going. You can use your brush afterwards. But once it's placed, as you can see, it's easier to blend rather than going in with such a heavy colour and going all over the eye. It's easy to make a mistake. And then bring that in. You can see you kind of get that distinctive look between dark and light. Okay. Now what I would say to you, if you want to go deeper and deeper into that smoky eye, continue on to this one. I think for today, I like that. I will swatch this for you though. So then what I do is I go in again with this one. And I go the eye here, placing it with my finger like we did before. And then bringing that. Did I go into the right one there? Bringing that in with the brush. Okay, and then I'm just going to make sure it lines up with the deep, just to make sure the deepness is the same on each side. So now I'm going to go back in and just soften up those edges while bringing it in, and then we're going to focus on the inner corner of the eye. But look at the nice distinguished kind of distinction between the browns, but then they marry up together really, really well. And that's what we're looking at right now. So what I'm going to do with a clean finger is I'm going to get that really nice kind of creamy one, and we're going to go in the inner corner because that'll give us a base for the glitter. Excuse me guys, I think I'm getting a cold. See what I mean? It'll just give us a little base for that glitter because we're going to go in with that glitter on the inner corner because I like to use the glitter. Perfect summer, or sorry, summer perfect for Christmas. I'm thinking about summer already. Okay, so you can see it was just for a base, guys. We are going to go in again with our fingers with a glitter. This is more of a, I'd say, look at that, guys, a shimmer. And then I'm going to place that on top. And you get that really kind of dark to light effect. Now they seem to really focus on these types of colors. If you look at the bigger palettes, it's an even bigger array of very similar colors, but really, really gorgeous, really gorgeous. As I said before, I wanted to just try it out with the colors I like to use, which are these ones. A little bit of shimmer never harms anybody, so I thought it was perfect. And then we're going to go on this side. You can see all the color on my hands. Messy. But I don't mind. And there you go, guys. Now the shimmer isn't coming off on camera as much as it is in the mirror, but it might come off in the photos. It's super shimmery. If I just look down there, you can see. So that's what you get. This is what it looks like on the hand, coming off a little bit pinkish. And then if you wanted to deepen that brown, we can go in with that brown maybe, just so we're not just swatching it, we're actually going to use it. So let's swatch it first and then we'll use it. And that's the deepest, which is a very matte, deep, cool toned brown. So that's probably the one we would use. Now these ones here I haven't used, that's very light. But I think you've seen me use similar colours like this. We're going to focus on the shimmer and all these dark browns to kind of marry them up together. So they kind of give that gorgeous smoky eye look. Okay. Let's go in again with the finger. I go in with my finger first in the deepest one. And I'm going to look at that, guys. Look at that. And you can see why I used my finger. So now we're going to use the brush very quickly so it doesn't set, and we're really going to focus that above the crease and blend it with the other brown. You can see how deep that's gotten. Now guys, you can always use a sponge or to kind of get it in the right direction, but that's how deep you're looking. So we're going to do the same thing, use what's on my finger already. I'm not going to go back in. I might have to go back in just a little bit. Kind of a burgundy. It's looking like a bit of a burgundy. And then we're using that brush again, and we're bringing it right in over the crease of the eye too. Particularly if you've got hooded eyes, bring it above that crease. Otherwise, you're not going to see kind of the work you did. Now, you don't have to go in with the glitter. You could bring that dark right in, but I wanted to kind of see what the glitter was like. And that's kind of, if I sit back there, you can see what you get. Really beautiful smoky eye, guys. Very warm colors, but if you like the cooler tones, you've got these too as well. And we use this kind of just as a base for the glitter. It does say face as well, so it does say face and eye palette. So let me know, guys, if you would use this on your face. I can use this as a concealer for the eyes, which we did. Maybe this is a bit of a highlight. I don't want to put it on in case it looks crazy, but what we could do, what they might mean is something like this as a highlight. I don't know, to kind of, yeah, it's a nice highlight. We can try that on the other side. It does say face and eye. I can see I need to brush that because it's kind of looking a bit crazy. Yeah, okay, we might brush that out with a clean brush. Just kind of seeing what it's like as a highlight. So we don't want to get that too crazy. So we're just going to bring that up. Let me use my, there. So yeah, it's certainly interesting to use as a highlight. So now what I'll do is, guys, my mascara off screen because I can do that on a longer form content, and then we will look at the brows. So this is with the Rimmel Scandaleyes Wow Mascara. It's about 3 coats of this now. Again, if you have false lashes, certainly put them on. I also have one that I would recommend, which is the Day to Night, which we might pop on just under the lashes, under the bottom lashes. But guys, I'm really impressed with it. I think it was only about £9 to £11. I got it on a deal on FYNE. Definitely look on TikTok. You've got a lot of makeup artists that get, the reason it might work out for you is that what'll happen is if these makeup artists or people that are sponsored get commission, they will put it as at a, what I have found anyway, is they'll put it at a reduced price. So it's a really good way to get kind of products at a reduced price. Now for lips, I think I was going to go with Rimmel Day to Night. If it's not here, I will certainly, yes it is. Okay, so we're going to go in with Rimmel's Day to Night. I'm going to use the day. I would give this palette a 10 out of 10, and that's very, very rare for me to do that. But I think it's super kind of adaptable. You could do a day look and just focus on one of the browns. I wanted to kind of go and tap into as much as we could today, just to see kind of what we would get. This is just the Day to Night. I'm using the day, and just to see what we get, guys. And I'm very, very happy with the result. The quality is amazing, with little to no fallout. Little to no fallout, guys. So it's definitely something I would recommend. I will swatch the night for you if you haven't seen this before. It's from e.l.f. Very, very, it's not new at all. Okay, kind of a medium toned brown for that today. What we're going to do is look at the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I did run out of my Revolution matte, so I am using that until we do that. But before we do anything, we're going to go in with the brows. This is the Revolutions, and it's just their medium toned brown. So I'm going to brush them out first. But I'm super, super impressed. Really am. And it's very travel friendly, so that's another thing. The packaging is quite sturdy as well, which is great. Now this, I'm just quite, okay. Just gives more of a definition to the eyes. And if you want to, the great thing about this product is it doesn't really, there's no kind of slippage. So you can go back in again, even though you've popped on the colour, and it's not going to go into places it shouldn't. Okay, just to give it more of, I just wanted to fan it out a bit more. Again, we're going to fan it out. My brows, guys, are just getting so fair and kind of barely there that I am going to try and get them tinted professionally, just to kind of make everything look. One of the subscribers the other day on live said my brows would really suit black if they were black. So I don't know, I might ask, guys, because I've tried a couple of products now, including the Eyelure, and I'm just not sure where to go with it. But the brows are definitely getting more sparse as time goes on, so I might let the professionals do the work there. So that's kind of the look, guys. Take a look at the eyeshadow result there. Let's have a look at the actual palette one more time. That's what we got with it. Again, you don't have to use this if you don't want to. I went into all of the browns, and I used this as well just before we popped on the creamier kind of shimmer. I would call it more of a glitter. It's in between. Glitter comes off more easily. A shimmer is more kind of, but it's in between, I think. And they did say it's an all over face palette as well. So definitely let me know what you would think of using it somewhere else. I mean, you could use, I guess, some of the darker browns as a contour maybe. But yes, or bronze. This is the result, guys. I'm very happy with it. I would highly recommend it. Again, my mascara was the Rimmel Scandaleyes. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. It means a lot to me. It means such a lot to me, guys. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 by the end of December, and I just appreciate all of you. Thank you again for watching the video, and I'll see you very soon.